don't think feelings and I don't think emotions should be dismissed simply because they're uncomfortable. I don't believe that. I don't believe that it's beneficial for you in any way. It makes no sense to me how we get to be in this body, in this world, in this life, and you feel like you shouldn't feel the sadness that comes with it. You shouldn't feel the anger that comes with it, the confusion, the joy, the excitement, the fear. Why shouldn't you? Why shouldn't you? Because it's uncomfortable, because it's new, because you're not used to it. That's so dumb to me when people are like, oh yeah, like I don't cry because I don't like crying, because I don't like feeling sad. Or when people get out of like a relationship and they decide to not heal, and then they decide to hide their emotions somewhere deep down. You know, I've said this before in my changing your perspective video. I've mentioned this. I truly believe that you should feel feel everything. When it comes to heartbreak, no one wants to feel it because it's horrible, especially if someone hurt you in a way that you didn't deserve, especially if like they betrayed you. Heartbreak through betrayal is painful, and I don't wish that anybody. I don't wish that pain on anybody, because it's probably like some of the worst pain that I've ever experienced. However, I could have very much dismissed it. You know, I could have very much pushed it away and just numbed myself, right, for the sake of not feeling. However, it is because of that pain that I learned so much about myself, and I learned so much about people, and I gained so much wisdom because I allowed myself to feel everything. The times that I've gone through like heartbreak, I have like called my best friends, and I'm like, what the fuck do I do? And one of my best friends, he wants to be a therapist, and the thing that he will always tell me every single time I would call him crying because I didn't want to go through it, he would always tell me the same thing: feel your feelings, feel everything. If you want to cry, cry. If you want to scream it out. If you want to be angry at the world for one fucking day, then be angry, but be that, you know, like don't numb yourself for it. And it's probably the advice that I give everyone too, you know, feel your feelings, feel the pain. It sucks, it does, but you know what, I'd rather know that I feel that much pain because I felt that much love at some point than to dismiss it and then to pretend that it just never happened. Embracing heartbreak was probably one of the best things that I did for myself, because I felt so much pain. I felt so much pain from it. But I told myself one day, I was like, you know what? This pain is here, and it's because I was brave enough to be vulnerable with a stranger and therefore fall in love to such a degree that now I feel this much pain. I felt that much love for that person, and therefore I feel this much pain. And not once after that did I ever feel bad about feeling that pain, because that means that I had that much love within me to give out to another human. One of the biggest, most bravest things you can do in this earth is be vulnerable, because you're opening up yourself to somebody new, and you're trusting somebody else with your heart and with your emotions, hoping that they don't hurt you, and hoping that they don't break them. And that's huge, dude. That's so fucking brave. Are you kidding me? You're gonna blame yourself? You're gonna blame yourself if someone breaks your heart? You did the bravest thing you could have possibly done. After I felt everything, after I cried all the times that I had to cry, after I screamed all the times I had to scream, after I was angry all the times that I wanted to be angry, once I was done with all of that, I felt so much peace. Healing is part of that. Healing is feeling your feelings. And that's why every single person that doesn't heal, every single person that doesn't feel their emotions and doesn't acknowledge them, you see them being so cold. How sad. You were here living a human experience for a reason. What if you were lucky enough to get chosen to be in this body and to experience human emotions, and you decide, you know what, no, it's too much for me. Crying is too much for me. Being sad is too much for me. Ugh. You're gonna dismiss all of that. You're gonna dismiss everything that comes with being you, because you don't necessarily feel comfortable with that. Feelings and emotions are things that come with having a human experience. And shoving all these emotions that you don't want to feel, shoving all these feelings down into a little pit in your soul for them to just rot there, it's never gonna do you any good, because at one point, one way or another, they're gonna come out. somehow you're not gonna like it. There are gonna be all these emotions that just keep getting pushed down. At some point they're gonna come out and you're gonna feel everything all at once, or it's gonna start showing up in your life in different ways that it's going to force you to feel those things. You're not here in this world, you're not placed in this little life for you to not feel everything. Whenever I meet a new guy, one of the first things that I ask is like, do you cry easily, like in movies? Because I'm a big cinephile, you know, so I love watching movies and I love crying during movies. So one of the first things that I ask, you know, whenever I'm like talking to a new guy is like, do you cry in movies? Do you let yourself be vulnerable? You know, do you let yourself feel that? And if they say no, I dip. Because a man that doesn't know how to cry is gonna make you cry at the end of the day. Your emotions are yours and they're yours to handle, and it's your responsibility to feel them. If you push them somewhere else, if you put them somewhere else, you're sending them to the wrong places. And when they come out, you're probably gonna hurt somebody else because you don't want to feel that pain. So you're gonna send that pain to somebody else. That's why I ask people that I start talking to if they allow themselves to feel their emotions, because I've learned that those who don't feel their emotions will never understand where yours are coming from. They're never gonna understand why you're feeling certain things. If you're with a guy that does not cry, that does not like to feel pain, that pushes their emotions away, that is not vulnerable, that is just cold, the day you get hurt, the day he hurts you, he's not gonna be able to understand. He's not gonna be able to empathize because he has never done that for himself. He has never understood his emotions. He has never felt his emotions. He has never sat with them. Do not be with emotionally immature people. Do not hang around with people that simply don't know how to feel. Me and my sister, she's the best person to watch sad movies with because we both feel things very intensely, and that's something that I've always like admired about her. She's not scared to show her emotions. She's not scared of feeling. We resonate with that. And whenever we watch movies together, like it feels very nice. It's very nice that I know that if I'm crying, I can turn to her and I trust that she's crying with me too, and it bonds you. You know, it creates you create a bond with people that you can feel your emotions around. You know what I mean? It's beautiful to have those relationships where you guys can both just simply be and feel and share that and share emotions, share similar emotions at the same time. I love it when people are really passionate about something. I love it. It's like my crack to see that. I love it. With a lot of passion comes a lot of feeling. That's why I only surround myself with people that are passionate about something, you know, that are willing to feel that much love for something other than themselves. Meeting people that feel things in the greatest possible way is such a beautiful thing because they see the beauty in everything and they see the joy in everything, and they know how to be grateful for things, and they know how to cherish things, and they know how to connect with something outside of themselves. So I don't agree with people that think that they're better than everybody else because they don't cry, because they're tough man, and because they don't show their emotions. My goodness, what a pussy. Oh my god. I'd rather feel everything so intensely and so deeply and feel every single emotion that I can possibly feel, from the big things and the small things in life, than feel absolutely nothing at all. You have no idea how much more you learn about yourself when you just let yourself feel. Something that I've always like expressed to like my friends or like the partners that I've had in the past that I didn't understand, you know, back then, I would always tell them like, I don't know why, but I just feel like I just have so much love to give. And I didn't understand it back then. I didn't understand why I felt like I had to love everything and why I felt like everyone that was important to me deserved my love. I didn't know until I realized that it's just because I'm very intense. And when I love deep and I love hard. And I think that's the best way to love. I'm such a lover. And I think it's way better to be a lover and to love things in big ways than to get rid of that part of yourself simply because you don't want to get hurt. You know, my favorite quote from my favorite movie: to make yourself feel nothing as to not feel anything. What a waste. There's no feeling in this life that is not worth experiencing at least once, and that includes pain. Sometimes the worst pain comes from a place where there was a lot of love. The most beautiful souls in this world are people who feel things very intensely. Those are the people that are alive. Your soul was not placed in this little body of yours for you to not feel. There's no in another life. This is the life that you get right now. This is what you're experiencing right now. Enjoy it. Embrace it. Understand everything that comes with it. Embrace your feelings now. Feel them as if it's the last time you're gonna feel them, or the first time you've ever felt them. Emotions are what connect us with one another, and they also add meaning to our lives. One of my favorite quotes that I always think about whenever I'm feeling something that's not necessarily pleasant, that I'm telling myself, you know, like, Maria, I like feel this right now. You were once a tree wishing to be a woman. How lucky are we to be living this life? You look up like statistics of, you know, the probability of you being born. It's insane, right? Like, we're all miracles. Therefore, you should feel lucky, you know, that you get to experience a human life, a body, this face, this soul of yours is just placed here, and it's your responsibility to honor yourself and honor your feelings and have that human experience. People who feel things very intensely have a unique way of engaging with the world and perceiving the world. I never feel bad about being a person that feels things very intensely. I cry about everything if I can, because I just feel grateful for everything. I respect people who are so comfortable with themselves and with their emotions that they just allow themselves to feel. I really do. I think it's so brave to be vulnerable, you know, and to show those emotions, because mostly everyone in this world just hides them and they don't ever want to acknowledge them. By being a person that feels very intensely, you bring a lot of beauty into this world, and a lot of compassion, you know, a lot of empathy, and a lot of consideration towards others. And as emotional as you can be, and as emotional as you may come across, I find that the most sensitive people are also the strongest people that I know, because it's very brave and it's very inspiring to feel the pain, to acknowledge it and to embrace it and to keep going after it. Sensitivity is sort of like a source for strength, you know. If you deny yourself these feelings, if you deny yourself to feel, if you deny your emotions, it can sort of lead to like a detachment of yourself, you know, of who you are, of what you were put in this world to experience. And I truly believe that feelings and emotions are what allows us to live our lives as authentically as we can possibly live them, because when you acknowledge what you feel, you show up for yourself, and you honor your feelings, and you honor yourself, and you show up for the world in a bigger way, and you act with integrity, you act with compassion, and you act with genuine intentions that resonate with who you are. When you honor your emotions, when you honor your feelings, you honor yourself and your capacity to experience this world in a very, very unique way. Anyways, I hope you learned something. I hope it made sense, and I'll see you soon. Okay, love you.